Good morning, guys. Good morning, guys. It's your boy Chad with Volterra Capital Markets, and we are on for another stream this morning. We are grateful to be here, grateful to just, be able to do something like this, to have this skill and for this skill set, God. Like we just thank you. So, without further ado, I'm just going to go through some of my things that I typically do. So, my daily prayer routine and all that good stuff, affirmations. Um, so our prayer today is, Lord, I commit this trading day to you. Give me wisdom to make sound decisions, patience to wait for the right setups, and disciplines to follow my plan. Let my actions be guided by peace, not fear or greed. In Jesus' name, amen. Scripture meditation for today, Proverbs 16:3. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and he will establish your plan. One of my affirmations that I like to say is, I trade with wisdom, patience, and peace. I trade with wisdom, patience, and peace. I trade with wisdom, patience, and peace. So, welcome back. Another beautiful uh, day created by the Lord, and we're just happy to be here. So, this is what we got right now. On the hour, we have our high day set, low day set, daily open here. Could potentially see them maybe pulling back near the daily open. Maybe if we're going to be continue to go bullish, maybe we have a retracement because we did close higher than this last high here, or the previous which would have been the previous day high here. So we did close higher. We did get a little bit of rejection, and I believe that's because if we go on the out. Nope, I don't want to stay on the 5 here. If we go on the 4 hour, we're tapping into this supply area on the 4 hour. As and again, supply is the if we're it's the last bullish candle before displacement in price to the downside. All right, and here will be a demand candle. As you can see, it's the last bearish candle before we push higher. Um, but yes, we are inside of this supply. So I could we do see, I'm kind of like looking at this pattern here. Excuse me. Um, how we get this displacement in price. Price is pushing back up into this last up candle. We could get this flush down at the open. That is what I'm looking for right now. However, we are still bullish. Okay, so even if we do fall lower, we do have this imbalance here on the 1 hour that is near our low of day, near our New York Stock Exchange open from yesterday. How let's see, if we go back to that hour, okay, at 1 hour, but that was a 4 hour imbalance. We also see that 1 hour, it's also created a 1 hour imbalance as well, near the daily open. Uh, got our low of day here. Move this out just a little bit. And we have this, I'm going to mark this candle here because it is a demand candle. As you can see, it's the last bearish candle before we get 1, 2, 3 bullish candles. Okay. So that's our demand. So price could very well capitulate down into this demand, holding these lows and continue higher. Now, higher time frame targets, though, we go to the daily. We have our higher month. All right, maybe we are itching to get back to there. I don't see us going that far in a single day. Wednesday of last, I believe this is the 5th of March. Yes, the 5th of March. We got this previous weekly high. We do have something to mark this too because it's dope. We got these equal highs here. So I'm going to mark here, and I'm going to just mark that as see previous weekly highs, not lows, weekly highs. All right, we're gonna make that go to the top. All right, just so that we have it, that 21,950 area. Right. But yeah, but I don't, like I said, I don't like to overanalyze. I really want just to see how price reacts when the open does get here. We're about 8 minutes from the open. And again, Here's why, and I'm going to explain why I would even consider shorting from this area. So as you can see, we've created this high, right? And if we take a look at this 15, especially with this 1 hour, even from the 1 hour, this wick rejection and this bearish body tells me that price had trouble going higher. So if I was to scale back to the 15, all right, even though it shows bullish, but on the hourly, it shows bearish. So we reject it. There's not much of a bearish candle in this move higher. However, we get a bearish candle and a closure, all right, engulfing 1, 2, 3 candles, and we're pushing back. If we look at it on the 5, we actually kind of break the structure because the structural low where I would use the last. So before this push up, I'm using this candle as my structural low. Um, and we close lower than that and we have huge displacement. So once price taps back into this supply candle, right? Because this is the last up candle before we have this displacement in price, creating a bracket structure. You could play this. Again, it's before the open. I tried that yesterday. I had a similar position like that yesterday. It was working out, but then I didn't account for news. And now that we're talking about it, let's go ahead and I'll leave it here. I'll leave it here. Let's go to Forex Factory so we don't make the same mistake that we did yesterday. And it looks like we're got a clean traffic, very clean traffic. Nothing. I mean, we have CB consumer confidence, new home sales, Richmond manufacturing index, but I don't see any red candles, something that's like really alarming. That's probably going to get the market to really move. We do have an FOMC member speaking at 9:05 today, but again, it's 9:24, so he's probably already talking by now. So, so yeah. All right. Let's move this. I don't need this tab. Move this over here. Don't need this. A duplicate. All right, here we go. So again, it's 9:24, and we're just waiting for the open. All right. So again, see, we're getting this push down. All right, 9:29 right before the open. All right, if you had a position here, this would probably be really favorable, and it looks like we're going to continue. I believe that we'll continue to push, lower. Especially we've been buying the last like yesterday and then even up to this morning during the London session. So I'm gonna get my little tool here to mark the open. Yep. That would have been perfect to enter. But again, I am kind of cognizant. Oh, we got 2 minutes left. So I got another minute before okay, so we got 1 minute before the open here. And we got this capitulation. This is capitulation if we continue lower. All right. And we're going to typically try to find where we look for which is called the right side of the V. That's our setup, looking for the right side of the V, the right side of the tracks or the train tracks. So, all right, 30 seconds here. Now we are at a psychological level or a whole level on 2400. 20 seconds here. 10 seconds. All right, it's already set. My magnet is on. 3, 2, 1. Let's play. All right, so we got our New York Stock Exchange open here. Paying attention closely here where we are on the 5. I am going to mark this because this is a solid area. just in case we want to come lower. This is a 5-minute demand, as you can see. Last down counter before this price expansion up. Do have our high of day here. High of day is set. Again, our time window that we really want to pay attention to is the first 15 minutes of the hour and the last 15 minutes of the hour. Nothing like a cup of coffee in the morning, man. Okay, we get a nice little reaction here, right under open. Want to hold off. Just make sure if I do want to buy, make sure my TPs are set. I'm actually going to try to take a short here. Brokerage is lagging. Am I logged in? I think I am. Ah, that sucks. Excuse me. And there might be something wrong with my broker. Trying to get in this short here, get us down, but I'm trying to log into my Tradovate. I hate stuff like this, dog. Especially right, you try to execute trades. All right, so I'm just gonna pay attention here. I don't think this is gonna feel me. Nah, it's not gonna feel me. I'm gonna use my trader bait. So I'm on my trader bait here. So that's my buy stop. So it's showing on here. I have I probably have to have, I gotta change my sharing. So I'll share the other screen so you can kind of see the position playing out. You'll kind of see it here on well, once I change it, you won't, but all right. So you should be able to see it now as I'm sharing this screen here. I think they got me in 10 contracts. I'm gonna leave it. What the heck? Oh, this is crazy. Are you kidding me? I can't even see my screen. The heck? Nah, this is crazy, bro. Nah, fam. This is crazy. This is the craziest trading day ever, bro. What the heck? Like, what? Come on. You're calling me. Chad, stop screaming. What are you doing? Stop. Go to your room. Go. Go. Yep. Go to your room and think about your actions. Go. There was no reason for you to scream, sir. Oh my gosh, this is so stressful. You freak, bro. All right, let me stop the share. I'm gonna share it. What's going on? Lord have mercy, help me, God. What is going on right now? Okay, all right, now we got this. All right, my stop is here. If you don't, so yeah, this I don't know what's going on. This doesn't make it any better. Want your oatmeal? Huh? You don't want my oatmeal? You want oatmeal or no? Yeah, I think I'm gonna exit out all my trades because it's showing differently on my see, and that's why having it having everything like trying to trade up Tradovate on your broker or like on from the Tradovate space. Cause see now it's saying like this is not even moving. You know what I'm saying? So this is my position, but it's not moving at all. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna protect myself. So I'm actually gonna take I'm gonna buy what is it, 5 contracts to yeah. I'm trying to think. Do I need to do that? Because I don't know. Price isn't because it's lagging on here. It's showing that I'm only 105. It's showing that I'm 105 on here, but on here it's lagging. So I don't know. I might just wait till 8:45 and sell both of these. So go 10. So I'm not sure, bro. I really I don't know what's going on today. So Like just sitting on this whole level here. It's not really doing much. They just want to go higher. Don't really. All right, so I'm gonna what's going on? This is stupid, bro. This is really stupid. All right, so I don't know. I'm not. I'm kind of over it right now. Oh my goodness, bro. What the freak? It looks like price wants to go higher. I was thinking sells, but I have my stop here. And then my initial target was 22.89. 22.89. So I'm just gonna let this one ride, see what happens. I like Trading View better. I don't know, just like this the look and stuff, but it's all the same. But yeah. So I end up so what I did was I ended up um taking a position out just to take off a little bit more risk. We are getting some rejection here, a little bit here. This is going to be the first 45 minutes as we are closing back down near our open. Now on this one, we do get this price expansion up, so this could be a very well a pullback. But I'm looking at higher time frame here. See, and then it's not even. So that was a nice drop. See if we can close. Some nice bearish volume here. Hmm. So maybe this is a solid position. We'll see if we can get some more bearish volume. It's not like how it keeps pushing down and going back up, but it's neither here nor there. I think it was smart to take off a little bit more, take a little bit of that heat off. Especially because if I would have lost, I think if I would have ended up being a losing trade, I think my stop from the high of day, not a really great entry. I would have probably liked to maybe get an entry somewhere up here with the stop at the high of day. Um Right now, five contracts, which is what, $10. It's about 46 point risk, which is a little bit over what I would normally take. But again, I think it's just the entry. So, so we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what we get here. But we are near the open. We are based on here on Trading View. We are near the open. We do get this rejection and this bearish closure. Just trying to see if it's going to be enough to get us to continue to push us lower here and then get close lower than this low and then maybe get to the daily open, which would be about a 50 or so points, and then eventually see if we can maybe even push down to the low of day. So let's see, we get this low, high, and we get another low here. We try to race back, right, to test this area, and then we fail and close bearish. So I believe we're going to fall a little lower. We did react really nicely off this demand candle on the 5, but it wasn't enough to get us to where, we wanted to be. So let's see, there's some more, there's some little volume coming in here. Excuse me. Yeah. I don't know. Looks like from one of your tours. That's what it looked like. Well, you asked me what it looked like. I'm telling you. Mm-mm. All right. So nothing much here yet. We got about 3 minutes left in this candle, this 5 minute candle. Now two, it's 9:48. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and find some of my notes from this craziness this morning. There's some nice bearish uh volume here. Huh? Potty? All right, go ahead. Sorry, I had to do my daddy duties. You finish, Amora? All right, I'm coming. So, 1 minute left in this candle. Trying to see if we can close lower than this low here. About 280, 260. Really would like a closure lower. Can we get it? Oh, this is the 15. How do you change this to the, well, that's fine. We can stay on the 15. That's fine. Be right back. You turn off the bathroom light for me? Thank you. So this is the 16. Oh. So if we take a look at it here on the five, obviously 15 minutes is what you really want to be looking at, higher time frame. So again, we get this breaker structure, we push back into this area, we fall from here, we retest this area at the open of New York Stock Exchange, and then we just kind of like are falling now. So the idea is, okay, where are we trying to go? We are inside of a demand candle on the five, which is probably why you're getting this reaction here. However, if this does not give me like a 5 minute signal to tell me that it's going higher, like for instance, like if this was to engulf this full candle, then as soon as it closes, as soon as this candle would close, I would know, okay, we're probably going to go back to the upside, and maybe this is just a like a short term like retracement to get us to go higher. But until I get a signal like that, I still like my position. My stop is at the high of day. Now, what I may do, if I can, no, I'm gonna keep it high of day. I do understand I am taking on about 46 point risk. Like if we can fall a little lower, then I may consider maybe bringing my wrist here to this high here. However, if I do not get a 5 minute signal, then that kind of gives me kind of like that extra confirmation that we're probably not going to go higher. Now we are reacting really nicely off of this 5 minute demand. However, again, I would want to see maybe a candle closure above this high of this previous candle, and then that will tell me, okay, we're probably going to go, and we're probably going back in that direction. And this is where I would kind of like just abandon my position, take the little small loss on the day, and then try to find something that warrants my attention. All right. So a lot of craziness this morning, especially with the brokers and between Tradovate and uh, Trading View. But it's all right. We stayed calm. We said, hey, look, we'll take. We said, well, hey, we'll take off another. Well, one, it wasn't even supposed to be 10 contracts anyway. It was only supposed to be five. But I think because I kept like trying to enter as the thing was like loading on Trading View, it threw all those positions on here. So we are reacting really nicely here. Again, if I don't get a 5 minute closure above here, then I think we're safe. But however, if I do, then I will abandon my position.
Ambulance is here, Borba. What you said.
Now you're probably wondering, well, why are you abandoning? Why would you even consider abandoning your position to manually close your trade? So here's the thing: like, if I don't gotta take the whole 46 point risk, why I'm not gonna, that's I don't have to take that risk. Like like you have to be okay. I think you have to be okay with um giving, just abandoning certain positions, cutting your losers. Especially like yesterday, I did that on my second position. I knew like price wasn't gonna go lower. So because of that, I because of that, I just exited out of my position. And if I would have held on to that particular trade, then I would have been out another $350. So instead of just losing $440 yesterday, right? You want to keep your losses. Hey, if you guys do not stop, I'm going to put you both in timeout. You guys need to chill out. I am recording. You guys need to lower your voice, please. Stop fighting over whatever you're fighting over. You either share or the toy comes over here with me. Now stop. So like as I was saying, like it's no reason for you to take on a full loss, regardless of if you hold it up, because then it turns into hope, right? Especially if you see something like, for instance, like right now, this probably may end up being a loser because of this price expansion from this demand area. We are low. So if we go back here, because I have it marked here, well, we're below the New York Stock Exchange open, right? And it tells us if we're still in bullish conditions, which we technically we are, if you take a look at the 15, right? We're pushing down into this 5 minute demand, and then we're springing out of this area, leaving this wick, and then we're probably going to continue to um be bullish. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait till this 3 minutes are finished. Now, if it hits my target here and I lose and it hits the high of day target and it wants to go higher, um, then hey, so be it. Is it a little annoying? Yes, because like I feel like I'm taking really good positions, but again, it's just based off of like what the candles are printing. So if anything, I would say time and location. I didn't get a really good position as far as execution wise. And then the time that I took this trade, I would have to go back to Tradovate to see it per se. I want to say it was inside of like somewhere in here once this candle was failing. The timing, I think it was before the 9:15, 9:45, 10:50, like 10:15 window. It's already 9:57. So yeah, so that's that. So that I think those are the two things I would say I could change. Maybe just waiting until like that 45 minute, that 15-minute window, that first 15 minute of the hour, last 15 minute of the hour, just waiting for my positions to take my positions in those that time frame. But I don't know. But I feel like I said, like, we get this here, we push back into this area, we fall from here. I know this is a demand candle. We react pretty nicely here. Um, yeah, so but yeah, we got 2 minutes left in this 5 minute candle, and we'll see. We'll see what we get. Yeah, patient here. So we get a 5 minute engulfing. Looks like this one's gonna close with a nice volume here. Our 10 o'clock candle coming in just shortly in about 10 seconds. Now we close above here. I'm gonna move this over here so I can kind of have both screens up. Yeah. So, oh, oh, that was disgusting. All right. So I guess that news from like housing and everything that's supposed to be happening at 10 right now. Eesh. Don't want to make such an impulsive decision here. So I'm gonna wait a little bit. Let's go here. Go lower if you're gonna.
I couldn't put some little Freddy. Little Freddy, Daddy. Oh, sorry, Dora.
All right, I exited out of that. I don't really like this. Uh-oh.
Is this a brush? What
I'm
is
trying to see if we're gonna push lower or if we're gonna bounce off from this area and aim for the high of day. I don't know, maybe this is yeah, this is probably gonna maybe I should have stayed in my cells. Oh boy. Um mm, 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 mm.
it?
All right, so I'm protected on the downside. I flipped my position, thinking that we were gonna hit this like this last bearish candle after the 5 minute push. Um, however, my stop is at the swing low here, which is this candle. This candle's low here. So trying to see if we're gonna actually push out of this area. Um, not sure. Right now, I think I want to say it'll be about a 20, 236, 280. Not sure. I think it's 387 minus. Oh, it's 26 point risk. I want to say, or 20, yeah, 26 point risk. So I'm at 26 point risk right now from this area. So I did switch my bias to buys. Because I did see this forming. We had this 5 minute engulfing candle just close above. We did get a price spike near the high of day, and then we pushed lower. Now we are wicking this area too, which gives me a little bit more confidence that maybe we'll go and try to go push for the high of day. Again, I am protected down here. I took 26 point risk at the low here to swing low, so we can get some bullish volume to push us higher and continue to push us higher. I am exiting out at the high of day at 24.47. But again, it just depends on what we do in these next couple of 5 minute candles. So, Chad, you're too loud, sir. Too loud, Papa. Do like the wickage on the 15.
Yeah, there's a building. There's a building here.
Okay. Do like this wickage on the 15 and this body candle closing, trying to flip bullish. Again, we can get this body candle to close and flip bullish. That gives me a little bit more confidence that we're going to continue higher, and then we'll hit our high of day. Now, if we hit our high of day, I got it. I want to say my entry is 2387. I'm gonna go to my calculator. So if we do 2387. Oh no, 2388.25. That's my actual entry. And then my TP is 244775. So about be about 50, 60 points if we can get there. If we can hold up here. Really want this 15-minute to turn bullish though, if we're gonna go that higher. So we're sitting about $225 in profit on this one given trade. So we got about 2 minutes left in this candle. I would love to see some more buying to get us, pushing us higher than this body of this previous candle, this bearish candle. Got about 2 minutes here. Want to see a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. Now what we want to see is a candle closure. If we can get a nice candle closure on the 5. Pushing above this last bearish candle, closing, engulfing the body of the previous candle. Then what we'll be looking for after that is to see if this 15-minute could uh flip bullish for us. So that's what we're really looking for right now. That's what, like, that'll let us know, okay, yeah, we really want to go higher here. So we're at 2420 level, kind of struggling to get above that area on the 5 here. Got about a minute left in this 1 minute, 5-minute candle. And again, we got low, high, low. Then we get the 5-minute signal. We push down into this bearish candle. We do get this. We do hold these lows. We are below the New York Stock Exchange open. That gives us a little bit more confirmation on bullishness and going to continue higher. This is a lower low. However, we create a high and then a higher low, right? So this low is higher than this candle's low, and then we actually close higher than the previous candle, bearish candle. So this would be considered our lower low, and then we're going to look to see if we can get past these past this high of day target. Looks pretty good here. Got about, okay. See if we can stream higher here. Excuse me. Like to see that. The candle opening. We want to see a lot of volume coming in that candle, pushing in that candle. See if we can push us higher here. Got about 4 minutes left in this 15-minute candle.
So I know make your drink. Yeah. There's actually filled Florida.
Just taking some notes here. Something like this. So we are rejecting a little bit in this area. We did start off with some nice volume here. I'm just gonna let the candle shake out a little bit, see what it wants to do, and see if we could continue higher. Market. We got the same signal as yesterday, and I made a similar decision, which was shorting near a high day. Need to be careful. Because market is still bullish. Market is bullish. Majority rules. So here's the thing that I've noticed. I've noticed that on the 5 minute, we got the similar price action as yesterday, right? We saw that weakness happening on the lower time frames. However, in the higher time frames, it was still showing us bullish. I was anticipating shorts because again, I had the bias in my mind that okay, we had a lot of buying yesterday, so we should, right? We should, not that we have to, we should. This was the thought process that traders would start giving back some of their positions at this particular area. Now that we are at a high of day, we were inside of we also, what it was kind of giving me bearish sentiment, we were inside of a supply candle. Okay, so we're inside of a supply candle on a higher time frame on a 4 hour today. And price was not, price was breaking down. And I really thought that we could maybe break down and get to the low of day. So I got into my shorts. So you see kind of like that same bias repeating yesterday from yesterday's session, similar price action that I would think resells. But however, majority rules. If the buyers in the markets or participants in the markets are buying, you're going to get obliterated, especially if it's a lot of buyers, like an overwhelming sense of presence of buyers, right? So that was one of the things that I kind of noticed today, and this would have been similar position of yesterday. Like I took those shorts, thinking that traders would take their profits, right, because they have been buying so much overnight, and I switched my bias based off of when I actually paid attention to structure. Okay, I'm gonna flip this. I'm gonna go buy, which was really good. I think that's an improvement from yesterday. So we got 1 minute left in this 15. We do flip bullish on the 15. So that's pretty nice. Let's see if we can push higher to our high day target. Let's see, what is the high of this candle? High of this candle is 447.25. Okay, and I'm at 447.75. Okay, so we're good. So, but yeah, that's what I'm noticing here. So I'm just doing a little bit of note taking. 9:30, 9:30 a.m. We do capitulate lower into a 5 minute.
Okay, more. Sit down. Then, okay? More, more, you can put it here when there's the asteroid coming by us, okay? But now let the blue hanger. I'll have all the water comes down this blinking pipe. Mora, you can put it here when there's a meteor coming up.
Or so I move my wrist from here to here, which is right under my entry, right? So I want to also protect myself just in case I fall, right? So I put my stop here at the close of this bearish candle here. What's up, baby? What you need? You want oatmeal? All right, give me a second, baby.
I don't want to play with people right now. This word there's salt leaf. I'm going
So he did rejected this area a little bit. Got about a minute left in this candle. Wait, Lord, to 5 minutes. It's just a 30 candle. Yeah. Close bearish on a 5.
There's a linking pipe. I'm doing this pipe. It's jealous borrowing, following asteroid. And this is our focus. see myself as a kid. Yeah. Why you gotta see him? So Peppa Pig is a girl. Why you gotta see him? Oh, Peppa Pig is blah. The blah blah blah.
Sorry, I just text my wife here. Right. So just waiting, see if it is our target. Again, we moved our wrist to the um candle here. Just in case you want to see how that is looking here on our Tradovate, I'll move that over here. This is where we're exiting the market at, right? Right at the high. 400, 400 and a little bit over 400 in profit. And I can see if we can get exposure, get some more volume in here. That's to our 5-day target. All right, so just waiting here patiently. So, um, so a few things, as far as like just improvement goes, I think I was able to um switch my bias, especially I was making the same decision that I made yesterday based on trying to short the market from this area. Um, and just, like again, like when you have a bias, you have to be flexible. In trading, you have to be very flexible in your bias and which how you're looking at the market. You really want to look at market structure, make sure that it's in confluent with how you're thinking. You want those to kind of play off one another. You want them to be uh Chad, you are too go to your go Chad, you are too loud. Daddy is recording. Please. Son, man, he's can be a little loud sometimes. Trying to get him to understand that big dog. You got him singing vocals. That's probably what he's gonna be, singer. All right.
Why you want this video?
About 4 minutes left in this 15-minute candle. See if you can continue with this bullish volume here.
Stop stopping. Wow, really quick selfie from the Space Center.
So close to our target. It's like watching paint dry on the wall right now. Hmm.
Like the spaceship. Like today we did those bars. But he was
I don't know why my computer does that. I don't have anything sitting on my wires.
up for red phone. They keep this rate. Laura, call your phone. No. Okay, I'm just gonna go to now. Me and Ruffy think he's leaving you.
There we go. Come on. There we go. That's the push we're looking for. Nice volume here. Come on. Don't play with it.
Dad, take it out, Laura. I didn't ask, so you have to work on it here, okay? Is that okay? Okay.
Uh-oh. All right. Clear all of these out. All right. So $519, $519, 514.90 on the day. We did take a few losses, very small though. This first loss we took, this was us skinning off that five contracts because we were 10 contracts on those shorts. We took that off and then I ended up closing this one because I kind of looked at uh the shift in price delivery on the 5 minute. After closing higher, he had two consecutive. Let's go back to the chart so we can analyze this. So, again, when we were in shorts, right? We were in shorts. As I saw this candle rejecting this area, we got into our shorts. Now, there's a few places that I marked off, a few demand areas that I marked off. I believe this was on the hour. So if we go over here on the hour, is it the hour? Yeah, we had an hour demand candle here. Here we had the 5 minute here as well. When we capitulated down in this area, we did react, right? And this was at 9:50, which is in our time window between 9:45 and 10:15. Um, we did react really nicely, engulfing this candle. Okay. And then we printed another 5 minute bullish candle, and then we had this news that kind of pushed us closer to uh the high of day, but then what happened was it pushed lower. So in my sell, I'm like, okay, well maybe I should stay in it. But when I figured out, like, okay, wait a minute, they actually pushed us higher, and we closed above the New York Stock Exchange open, and it's pushing down into this last bearish candle. So I immediately took off my position, and then got in buys immediately and placed my stop at this swing low, right? Which was about 26 points, which is where we really want to be when we're taking that risk. So anywhere between 26, 25 to 30 points is what I would like. On that first initial sale, I was like 46 points in risk. So I risked 46 points, which is a little higher than what we would want. But a lot of that had to do with my execution. And just realizing, okay, maybe I need to switch my bias here. But there you go. There you go. There you have it. Your high of day target is hit. We made a new high of day, um, which is here. Well, no, it'll be here, and we were able to switch our bias to get in these buys to get us back up to this area. I mean, that was about 60 points from this area, but again, like 60 points is so much more than enough. Like, you put the right size in and risk on, you'll be just fine. But um again, I've been trading micro contracts just to kind of like um just to take off some of that heat. A lot of people like the minis because you get, it moves a little, well, it moves the same, but that their profit and loss is going to move a lot larger. So minis are really great. So to trade on, but again, micros are even greater because now you can really, really scale back and then scale back your risk a bit so that um, you're not fluctuating emotionally while you're in your positions due to how fast it's moving. So yeah, another successful day here on the charts. Thanking God for the success that we were able to have today. And I'm grateful, 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 grateful. I hope you guys had a wonderful trading session as well. And this is your boy Chad Ward with Bulterra Capital Markets. I'm signing out. And yeah, just a quick recap. Again, we got this 5 minute shifted to price delivery here, tapped into here, and then we rode our buy positions to the high of day. So, whoo, we did it. Let's get it. I am out. Peace.